to try to come back. But well played by Shadow.
Yep.
He did what he had to do there.
Who do we have coming up next? Do we remember? Because we don't have the replays. Name versus Nexlux. Oh.
You know what? That might be the premium matchup of winners round 1 here. It might be.
In my unbiased opinion, I'm cheering for Nexlux. I'm sorry, Name. I want to see some cheeky builds come out here.
I'm sure we're going to see some cheeky builds come out of Nexlux, but...
I mean, the last time we saw Name in like an all-in championship ZVZ, he went, what, Proxy Hatch and Spine Rush P-Sosa? Was that what happened? Or am I making that up? I swear that happened on Overgrowth.
Didn't that happen to Tang? Wait, no, you're right. It was P-Sosa. Name did it to P-Sosa and totally wrecked him with it. So that was a thing.
We gotta see one of those again. That was so cool. Come on, Name, don't disappoint.
Well, it's a best
Please
of
tell me
three,
map 1 is like spine rushable.
Well, map 1 should be Deadwing again, right?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure this was
slightly disappointed.
It was both of our ideas to set it up that way. You can't be mad.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All right.
All right, so we're waiting to get in here. Let's see. So, yeah, again, minimum rage just a little bit outclassed there. Keep in mind, I mean, he's a gold player who made it out of probably the easiest group in the group stages. So,
yeah, even so, it was a challenge for him. I mean, that third place was very hotly contested between, what, 3 or 4 of you, I believe. So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a spot well earned by minimum rage.
Yeah, for sure. But then now he's in the playoffs with the big boys, the Diamonds, the Masters. I don't think there's a Platinum in the playoffs right now, is there?
There's Purge. Yeah, Purge.
Oh, Purge, yeah. And technically TB Ham as well.
Wow.
I didn't mean that in a burn fashion. Just he's in Platinum. All I know is that I'm ahead of him in our division. So anyway, let's stay away from that type of thing. All right, in the bottom right corner of Deadwing, spawning as the teal Zerg player, it's going to be Name.
And the red Zerg player towards the top left portion of Deadwing, we have Nexlux. Me and him have been playing some ZVZs more recently. I'm not sure if we played before or after Name played. We'll have to see if how Nexlux plays is similar to how he played against me, but I might have a little bit of inside knowledge. We'll have to see. We have no 9 pools. We have no Name builds.
Yeah, Name basically like created that build and then never used it again, as far as I'm concerned. I haven't ever seen him do it.
All right, so I reckon we'll probably be seeing some kind of pool hatch or hatch pool come out of Name here. I don't think we'll be seeing anything crazy, particularly on Deadwing in a best of 3 against a player who could well 2-0 him if Name was on an off day. So I imagine we'll be seeing Name play very safe here.
Yeah, it's definitely a good assumption to go with that. I mean, pool first is it doesn't even really hurt you that much, right? Like obviously the hatch first is better, but the difference is minimal here. And we have a pool already down for Nexlux, but it looks like that drone's moving out to drop the hatch first. So Name is laughing in Nexlux's face here and saying, "Go ahead, bro, attack me. I'm gonna drop my hatch first."
I guess we'll have to wait and see how this goes. It looks like Nexlux is he going to be going for that 16 hat? Yeah, he's got the 16th drone rallied out to the to make the hatchery there. Normally I would rally the 15th drone, and it gets there a little bit sooner, I believe. We'll see that, yeah, Nexlux has to build the Overlord here before the hatchery. So he could get that hatch up a little bit faster, but it is nitpicky, really, and arguably you could say building the Overlord first is safer anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah, for sure. But I think Name is going to enjoy a slight advantage here, going for his build order that he's got. He's got the gas going down, so he's going to be going for that Zergling speed. I think he's definitely expecting some sort of pressure out of Nexlux, usually involving roaches, or at least that's what I've seen in the past. Again, I said last time we casted some Nexlux games, I'm really not too familiar with his play, and I'm always excited to watch him because I know he's got the cheeky builds just from what I've heard, but haven't really been able to see a lot of them, so looking forward to it.
Yeah, he's one of the old guard of all in, shall we say. He was, what was it? 2013, I think, was probably when he was first around, along with me. So yeah, he's got the cheeky builds. He's got those one base plays. He's got those two base plays. If he takes a third base, he's probably going to be in unfamiliar waters. That's the kind of Zerg that Nexlux is. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Though that being said, he can play, from what I've realized, all
Ooh,
styles quite well. That was a nice save there by name.
that was so close. 2 hit points on that drone. Something to note here: Nexlux Overlord went to the horizontal spawn as well. So I wonder how many people aren't aware of that. Yeah.
Come on! Deadwing, you can't spawn horizontal, because if he could, then Terran players would say this map is balanced as they siege tanks in their third base and kill you.
Yeah.
Come on. It's no horizontal spawns. And we have both players making a bazillion lings. So we got a Baning Nest coming out for name. And
Speed is going to be done early.
This is going to get pretty crazy soon.
Name is everything Name is doing is just a little bit better than Nexlux at this point. I mean, I think the amount of lings is more for Nexlux by 2 right now. So I mean, we got to favor Name here. His Baneling Nest is going to be done soon. His speed is going to kick in just a couple seconds. Nexlux is going to have to hold on with slow
I do
lings.
think Nexlux does have the better defensive position, though, if a counterattack is sent his way. I mean, he does have 4 queens, or 4 queens? 3 queens over the 2 of Name. So that's going to allow him an extra strong wall off at the ramp. And Nexlux has realized what's going on. He's seen a huge flood of Zerglings here. There's actually been some Banelings morphed in advance by Name as well. So these are going to be advancing forward, aiming for any spine crawlers that might be in here, or even the drone lines. But let's see how this goes. These Banelings are running straight for the drones. Nice snipe by the queens there, and there we go. 2 drones for 4 Banelings. That's an excellent trade for Nexlux.
Yeah, but Nexlux lost all his lings in the middle of the map. There's only a few left here. But look at the amount of lings coming in here for Name. All the drones being pulled off the line in the natural here.
Oh, what?
I don't see the Baneling. Where is it? I don't see it.
It's in the natural.
Oh, the red thing. Oh my god, that totally could have saved Nexlux there, big time. Now Nexlux getting his Banelings out, so Name missed his window a little bit, but he's going to surround these queens, and he might be able to pick them off. Banelings moving in here. There's not much for them to attack. He's already picked off all the drones. They're just going to move into
the Baneling run by into the main. What the hell?
Slow Bane run by.
Going for it.
Nice splits here by Nexlux. Still 4 drones go down, but overall, you know, it could have been a lot worse. But Name's just going to run home with his 6 drone lead, and just going to...
What a mess. How do I opt this? Well, you look at the stuff that's blowing up, and you look at that. Yeah, this game has gotten a little bit wild in the early game. Nexlux is down a little bit in supply, but I mean, we'll have to see how Nexlux decides to come back here. It looks like it's going to be a counter Ling Bane all-in, with Name just droning up at the moment furiously. Now he's realized, hang on a minute, that's a huge amount of Ling Bane coming across the map.
Yeah, that's a dangerous 8 drones he made. Those totally could have been lings to help defend this. He's going to have to... His micro's going to have to be on point here. Luckily for him, though, the Banelings are trailing pretty far behind, so he might get a lot of these lings, and he does pick a few of them off. Now the Banelings are joining the fight. Name putting his Banelings in the front here. He's going to pick up... Oh, no! He totally whiffed on those Banelings. This could be bad. The spines are just about done. Okay, Queen soaks up the Banelings for now. There's more Banes at the third base, so going to be ready to come in, but the spines are done now. This is intense for sure, the micro by both these players. Nexlux actually does seem to have the micro edge, but these Banes, this is insane.
The 1 hit point spine crawler, but the Bane with a huge hit by Nexlux there, and Nexlux is going to storm into the natural here. He's got a huge Ling advantage. Never mind, he doesn't.
Why did Nate make 11 drones?
Nate, what are you doing?
He made 11 drones, and he's only got 1 spine crawler left. He has the 1 Baneling. That's going to have to be the most hero Bane. Oh, there's the second one. So, and a third one up on top of it. So.
Oh my god.
9 drones going down.
Go.
I don't see how Name... man, this is... Okay, Name has 35 drones, but there's... Yeah, I mean, you know how Sin was having issues obsing this. I'm having asking it at this point.
Name has frantically over-droned this game. I mean, it's a good problem to have, because next time you just make less drones, but right now it's a huge problem. because, I mean, you only need 21 drones to be ahead of a 20 drone Zerg, which is what Nexlux is right now. But Nexlux is just throwing lings at Name repeatedly at the moment, and then he just rallied them across the map, and he's got a Roach Warren that's going to be finished too, so Nexlux is going to be transitioning.
Yeah, I was wondering why the pressure was sort of was getting a little bit lesser here for Nexlux, and he's gonna spot that
Ah,
Spire. Nice run by
nice.
that Ling. Spots the Spire. He knows his roaches really have to hurry the f up here because otherwise, um, the mutas are going to be out and pretty much rend those roaches useless. But
Yeah.
it looks like he's going to go ahead and send some more Lings, and I feel like that's the right choice here. I wish he would have continued his Ling pressure because he totally could have just taken Name out of the game there while he had the chance. But Spire halfway done. It looks like Nexlux not even investing into any roaches right now.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Name has continued to drone up furiously. He has no lings, no banelings on the map right now, and there's another 30 lings in the natural. This is getting a little bit awkward here for Name. Oh dear.
He's got no defense in his main. The Spire is not going to matter if he doesn't have anything to use it with. And Baneling's rolling in here, and I think Nexlux is going to take this game. I mean,
Yeah, and now you know the type of Zerg that Nexlux is.
here comes some Banelings on these. Oh, they went off on the Lings instead, which is totally fine, but there was a handful of drones that would have been pretty sweet to take out. Lings still streaking
33 drones killed. Oh my god.
It's okay though. Name has 2 mutas on the way, and in about 10 minutes he'll clear out all of the Lings here. So all he has to do is survive that long, and all these. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty grim here for Name. You've got to respect the fact that, okay, maybe you hold off the first Zerg attack, but you've got to use that lead to at least check that, okay, is he just going to keep making stuff? And Nexlux just kept making stuff. He's been on 25 drones this entire game, and we're reaching the 14-minute mark here, as Name has lost nearly 50 drones.
That is insane. And now finally the natural is going to be going down here. More Lings streaming in. And it looks like we're going to have a couple spines and a couple spores go down for Nexlux. But, I mean, Name has 9 drones now. So this is just about over here.
Is it over? He's gone up to 15 drones. Yeah, he's down on supply horrendously. His natural is empty. He has no queens, but he does have 4 mutas.
Right.
What can you get done with 4 mutas? I mean, you can't attack into a spore crawler. You'll just lose everything. And there is a spore crawler in each mineral line soon. So, that being said, these mutas are just, I think, on defense duty for the time being. But Name is catching up in supply, kind of.
Yeah, that's actually true, which is pretty funny here. But I mean, Nexlux has the drone lead now. The longer he keeps these mutas at home, the better for him. And he's still picking off drones here. So yeah, these Lings are going to get cleaned up, but we've got spores going down. You know, 1 in the main, 1 at the natural here. So
Right, things have finally calmed down. No one's making Lings for once. So right now we have Nexlux with a nearly fully saturated natural. He's gone up to 35 or so drones. His main is pretty empty. He's going up to a layer himself. So we're going to have to see what kind of layer tech he opts for. He does have the Evo and the Roach Warren finished. He's getting the Overlord speed as well. Meanwhile, on Name's side of things, he just lost a Mutalist to a Spore Crawler, which at this stage is huge. But he does get a little bit of a Ling run by into the main, and from Name's point of view, all he has going for him is a Spire, and he's gone up to 28 drones. So we kind of normalized, maybe, a little bit.
yeah, but Name doesn't even have any drones in gas right now. He can't afford that, so he can't make any more mutas until he decides to go back into gas.
Yeah, Nexlux is also opting for a Spire of his own here. So with the 4 gases fully working, if Name doesn't build his Muta count up sharpish, he's going to fall behind whenever this Spire finishes. He's got a minute to build his Muta count up if he chooses. There's another 1 coming out, but Nexlux already has 3 Mutas in the bank ready to hatch as soon as this Spire's finished. This is kind of weird.
Yeah, this game is just now sort of normalizing and getting into the mid-game here. You know what? Props to Name for sticking in there and actually catching up. I mean, he's got a supply lead right now. I don't know how that happened, but it happened, and I think maybe it's this macro hatch.
Yeah, quite possibly. Did Nexlux did spot the Spire, name rather, did spot Nexlux's Spire, and name is opting for the +1 flyer attack. Normally you go for the armor in Muta versus Muta because the armor benefits 3 times, whereas the attack doesn't. But I think in this case, Name might be going for the attack just because he's so broke.
Yeah, maybe he needs to get more mutas out. We got 7 on the way for Nexlux,
Yeah,
but the thing is now Name has quite a Ling force, and it's bigger than Nexlux's.
that is true. But Nexlux is making a few banelings here.
Yeah, he just started those, so those are going to be key here. But these Lings are running in. They might... Oh, it's going to be close. They got to take care of those Banelings, but the mutas have popped, and they're going to defend those Banelings, and now Name has to be really careful. And this game is literally insane. We got a third base going down to Nexlux.
Third bases right at this stage are key. If both players are going for mutas, third bases are absolutely key. That's why Name is dropping creep on his third base to get some spore crawlers over here, because you need to hold this third base. It's 50% more gas and 50% more lava, which is basically 50% more mutas that you're going to be making, which is ridiculous. When one Mutalisk will make a landslide difference in a Muta versus Muta fight, like 9 left over at the end type landslide, it is huge. So if both of these third bases continue to survive, then I think I'm going to give the edge to Nexlux here, provided Name doesn't make something happen with this +1 attack, because +1 armor is so much superior.
Yeah, and Name is getting Nexlux getting Roach speed as well, so he's going to try to... Well, I don't know, that actually might hurt, given what you just said about the muta count. He's sacrificing mutas by going into that upgrade, and if he goes into Roaches by doing that as well.
Yeah, I wonder what this Roach speed is for. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it could just be a, like, just in case, I'll just have Roach speed if I want to go Roaches, which is fine enough, but I'd still prefer to see another Muta if you really want to commit to Mutalist in this way. I mean, we see Name instantly saturating the gases as soon as his third base is finished here. I imagine we'll see Name should have, Nexlux rather, should have had the gases finished at his third base to instantly saturate. That's a bit of a misplay there.
Yeah, we got a Muta fight happening at the third here, and it looks like it's going in Name's favor. I think there's a Queen helping out down below. I'd like to see those Lings get under that fight as well, because they can absorb some of the glaive shots. But yeah, Name's going to go ahead and sort of win that battle. And you made a huge point there. The gases on the third aren't finished yet for Nexlux. So if this is going to be a Muta fight, then Name's going to win it. No problem, because he's got the 2 extra gases.
Yeah, he also hit a very clutch timing there when his +1 attack finished and no upgrade for Nexlux. So he made very good use of that upgrade timing there. I really hope we'll see him get the +1 armor soon. I'm getting a little bit worried, but that being said, with Nexlux getting the missile attacks, it looks like he wants to make the transition here into something else. We got a bit of a Muta fight down the bottom as well.
Yeah, and you know what? Nexlux is putting himself behind, I think, by doing this, going into Roaches, or I mean, if he's going to go into Hydras, I'd be happy with that.
Hang on, what are these fourth bases, guys? What is going on? Name, like, please.
Wow, they both have the same
guys,
idea.
What are you guys doing? I mean, Name is going into the +1 flyer armor, so he wants to continue with the mutas, but we got a huge Ling run by here by Nexlux, threatening the third base, and yeah, the mutas have to return home for Name, which buys time for both of these really wonky fourth bases that are both next to each other to finish.
Yeah, that's different. These Lings are doing a lot of damage here. 7 drones go down, and Nexlux has a huge drone lead at this point, but still hasn't taken gas on the third yet. So he's definitely decided to just go right into Roaches here, and I don't know what I think about that. I think I don't like it, because
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, for sure. But Name is continuing to pump out mutas, and well, I guess he's going to drone up his fourth a little bit, but I expect there to be more mutas on the way for Name, and I think that's just going to kind of win him the game.
We'll have to wait and see. I mean, there's a bunch of Spore Crawlers finishing up here for Nexlux. He does have a massive drone count right now. It's 67 over 40 of Names. So the army supplies are pretty dead even right now. We're going to have to wait and see what Nexlux wants to do with these Roaches. I mean, we'll have to see either a Hydralisk Den or an Infestation Pit come down soon to at least combat the Muta count. Because Name's Muta count is just growing and growing. It's 16 right now, and it's going to continue to grow, I imagine, with the 16 mutas of gas he has in the bank.
Yeah, for sure. But that being said, there's a lot of Roaches being pumped out here. They got to be careful. They're going to get spotted out on the map, and these mutas are totally going to wreck Nexlux's mutas here. And all he has to do now is peel off and go take care of those Roaches. Nexlux hoping to get a lot of damage done with this run by here, and you know what? there's not a lot of static D here. There's Lings on the way that might be able to hold up these roaches and help them mutas out, and I think that's what's going to happen here.
We got a huge counterattack by Nexlux and Name, both players. Name found Nexlux's fourth base and has completely ransacked it. I mean, meanwhile, this huge counterattack by Nexlux into Name's base. Nexlux did have a 60 supply lead there for a moment, but it's all in roaches, which don't really shoot mutas.
Not really. So the roaches here are eventually going to go down. He's trying to take out the third base. Oh, a little bit of indecision here. He's moving those roaches around. And now he's not going to be able to get the third base. The fourth base does go down. These Lings take care of that for Name. And now Name has... I mean, even though the supply is in Nexlux's favor here, Name's got a fourth base. He's got the larva. He's even got 17 drones mined from it.
This base.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
Wow.
Wow.
I think this Hydra Den should have been made a long time ago for Nexlux.
I would agree with that. And it looks like we have from Name it will be a Swarm Host transition, I believe, because he has no way of really killing Roach Hydra with Muta. If Nexlux just turtles up, which is what he is doing right now, I don't think he can take this fight either. Maybe he can. But if Nexlux just turtles up, he will have a higher quality army eventually. So I believe Name is going to have to make a Swarm Host transition just to get those free trades off.
Name taking a fifth base as well here, and yeah, I mean he did get the infestation pit. I don't know if he wanted to get it for Hive or for what really. I mean, he could go into Swarm Host, but he could also go into Infestors. I mean, he's got some options here. It's hard to figure it out, but he's got Hive on the way now, and that's a nice amount of roaches here. But Name's in a good position to start whittling away at them. The Lings are not going to slow the roaches down by too much here.
Yeah. Name with the F2, the emergency F2. I need all my units here right now. Please don't mind that button, Name. I mean, the next, the third hatchery there going down for Name, and this roach run by is doing a lot of what. It's going to kill the natural as well. This is huge.
Wow, both bases going down here. Eventually, the roaches are going to get cleaned up, but you know what? Name has the 2 extra bases already, so not hurting him quite as much as Nexlux stinks. I would imagine these roaches are going to get cleaned up. A few roaches going down. Or drones going down, sorry. And yeah, I mean, the supply lead is still in favor of Nexlux. He's going to go ahead and double expand to where he expanded before, and this is probably one of the craziest. Oh my god, yeah, he's
taking his normal fourth base as well. This is completely nuts. I mean, this is crazy. Both players are banking a huge amount of gas right now, so I wouldn't mind seeing some Infestors come out just to at least augment both players' armies. Both players can do with a few Infestors right now. Name to get the harassment on, and Nexlux to pin these muses down from Name, which are getting so much value at the moment. The resources lost is horrendously in Name's favor at the moment, even though he's always down in supply.
Yeah, and I'm confused as to how Name hasn't been able to catch up in supply here. It is happening now, but Nexlux doing a really good job here with these roaches, and you know what? I gotta say, I have no idea what's... I mean, either player can still win this game at this point, and
this is nuts.
Yeah, it's one of the best CVZs I've seen in a long time. Nexlux thrown away.
Ultralisks, yes. Woohoo!
You know, the mules are flying right over that though. So if Nexlux saw that, he's going to be able to be prepared for it.
Yeah, but what do you make in preparation? I mean, Broodlords are going to be nice, but Nexlux doesn't have the Hive down. He only has Lair Tech. So I guess the best option you have Swarm Host, which I have seen Nexlux go for in ZVZ before, so we might see a transition of Swarm Host, but they're going to eat through roaches pretty nicely. I mean, Nexlux is giving them a bit of a transfuse up, but it's going to be pretty difficult.
Name hasn't seen the extra expansions for Nexlux either. Oh, these roaches getting eaten up here. There are so many mutas on the field right now. That's insane. These roaches can't even run by anymore. They're going to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
It almost looked like Nexlux was just going to sacrifice them so he can switch into something else, but he's making 14 more roaches. These Lings are getting upgraded now. The crackling upgrade going to kick in 5 seconds. And these roaches actually are sort of slipping through here, but I don't think they're going to be able to get too much damage done.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Tunneling Claws and Burrow come out if Nexlux wants to keep up the Burrow pressure, or the Roach pressure rather, and at least like sneak them around the map, and then you don't really have to think about them so much. And even though Name does have a few Overseers with his Mutalisks, he's thinking that's a possibility. Even so, that Overseer isn't everywhere, right? So it's a way of sneaking past and getting that harassment in still. But it looks like Nexlux has decided, yeah, okay, I need the Hydras to come out. I need the pathogen glands. I need these infestors. I need to turtle up and make sure I get a quality army. But by turtling up, he's allowing Name to get his Ultralists out.
Yep, and Name getting some good run-bys with these links. He's going to go ahead and kill all the drones at the 5th base or 6th base or whatever. Roach Hydra Force is going to come in to try to clean this up, but they're pretty slow right now. There's a handful of Lings over here in the top base, and they're going to be able to take that down before that army makes it over there, I think.
Yeah, Name with a huge Muta run-by on the left side as well. He's taking a fair few losses from that Spore Crawler there. 3 or 4 Mutas going down to that, but he is going to kill the 4th base of Nexlux with these Mutas. Killing the 6th base of Nexlux with the Crackling run-by, but Nexlux is counter-attacking with his Roach Hydra and bringing his Spore Crawlers with him. Is this a base trade, or is he just like wanting to bring in Spore Crawlers just to say, yeah, okay, you're not going to engage me because I have Spore Crawlers?
Maybe, but I don't think Name cares. He's transitioning into the Ultras, so this attack is insane. I mean, Muta's coming home here. They're going to pick off some Infestors. Nice Fungal. They might get... Oh, there's not enough energy on that other Infestor, so he's going to be able to get away with the Mutas. Now, these Roach Hydras are still doing a crap ton of damage over here. One Ultra reveals itself, and it's just going to die. I mean, Roach Hydra is probably pretty good against Ultras, especially if they can get a nice concave like that. Finally, the Baneling's coming in. There's no Baneling speed, which kind of hurts Name a little bit, but there's no Hydras left here. These... Wow.
What is this game? These Spore Crawlers are still just like chilling up on the X5th, 6th base, I guess, of Name, and Sinistar quits, leaves the game, then sadly you can't quit, you're our cameraman, but I mean, this game is completely nuts, and the supplies are dead even! What?
This is ridiculous. Nexlux still has a drone lead as well. He's transferring drones over to this base over here on the right side, and Name rebuilding bases over here. I can't believe what's happening in this game. I mean,
Name's tech is on life support in his natural, by literally on life support with these overlords. I mean, his main is mined out. He doesn't have a 3rd base, which still has like half-third full minerals and gas geysers. He could still take that base, Name. I don't know why you're so tunnel vision on these 2 right hatcheries, which are so close to Nexlux's choice of 4th base for whatever reason. Oh my god, this fungal growth would be huge. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god.
Fungals going down here. There's 2 Fungals. The Hydras get cleaned up quicker than I expected, and actually those Mutas come out on top here.
Oh, yeah, these Mutas really need to keep that Infestor count a little bit higher just to guarantee you can kill these Mutas, otherwise they're going to heal up pretty quick. So these Mutas have so many kills. 13 kills on one of them, I saw. 7, 6. Wow. Yeah. But Nexlux with the Ling run-bys everywhere now. That's the thing about Mutas, is that if you go mass Lings, especially with upgrades, the Mutas are less mobile. So it forces the Mutas to be defensive.
Yeah, for sure. But I think we got Name with the better Ling upgrades right now. He's got +2.
Yeah.
He's got the Crackling attack, which Nexlux does not yet. So Name's Lings are going to be more powerful here. And I'd like to see him use them a little bit more.
Yeah, he's got a few running around here and there. He's checking for bases with them mostly, but... Nexlux with another Ling run-by. This time headed to the 4th base, which is completely undefended apart from a Queen and a Spore Crawler, which isn't going to be of much help. So Nexlux is that a 2nd infestation pit, or did he lose one? He lost one. Okay, so he's rebuilding that infestation pit. He really wants to get towards the Swarm Hosts or the Infestors once more. And Name is also preparing for the Swarm Hosts, at least, getting the Baneling speed, so either that's for the Hydras or the Swarm Hosts in future. And the supplies is 1 difference.
This is insane. Resources lost, though, greatly in favor of Name. We got 35,000 resources lost for Nexlux and only 27,000 for Name. So Name being a little bit more cost efficient here. And he's doing a big Ling run by picking off Queens, picking off Hydras. I mean, his Lings are so much stronger than Nexlux's Lings here that this is just shredding everything. Even the Hydra is getting cleaned up super fast here. And, I mean, if he keeps this up, the Mutas are trying to find a hole here, but there's a lot of Spore Crawlers, so he's got to be really careful. He doesn't want to lose those Mutas yet. I guess he sort of ditched the Ultra switch, so he wants to...
I mean, you can't afford them at this stage, right? So many bases just keep dying. You can't have the income for Ultralists. And oh wow, a huge Crackling attack on the right side. Actually, the Mutas could come in as well, but they're engaging the Hydras, and a lot of the Mutas went down there. And Nexlux temporarily took a 2 supply lead.
Yeah, but now all his drones at the 5th base, I think it's the 5th base on the right side here, going down. Actually, the next, or he's just going to take out the hatchery. The drone's trying desperately to keep it alive, but that's not going to be the case. And the income for
Wow.
Nexlux is plummeted down to 200. Name finding
I
himself
think
in a
that's
great
the
position.
first lead that Name has took this game. I don't think he's had a lead apart from that.
Wow, Nexlux catching these Banelings mid-morphing, though. Literally one Baneling makes it away. The drones, I don't know what the drones are doing. They're just leaving and they're just dying. Oh my god.
Yeah, the Mutalisks are base trading in the Natural of Nexlux. There's only what, 10, 14 Mutalisks left. It looks like they flew over some Spore Crawlers here or something. But we got kind of a base trade maybe now. Oh no, the Baneling hit Roaches.
Yeah, and these Ultras actually turning out to not be very effective here. Well, I mean, he took out quite a few. The upgrades are real for melee for Name right now, so he can, I would just say make Lings at this point and overrun all these forces.
Can't afford Lings, though. I mean, he had like 100 minerals. You can't afford to make Lings.
I don't even know what's happening in this game anymore. The Mutas have been wrecking the natural for Nexlux here. He's going to come in and take out the Hydra Den. That's going to be huge. Once you take out the Hydra Den, Nexlux doesn't have anything that can shoot up besides spores. And
yeah, there's like one Hydra off to the right side, and there's a Queen.
Nexlux getting a little bit flustered. I think we're starting to see, you know, when you start to get sort of shredded in all directions here, he's starting to forget to make bases. Well, actually, he's got 8 minerals.
Can't afford it.
Oh my god.
What is this game?
He's long distance mining to the third base, which has no minerals left. The lair's going down, and I think we know what's going to happen. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take.
Well, it took 41 minutes so far, and we all thought that I don't know what I thought.
There was times where I was like, Nexlux is definitely going to win this game, and then, oh no, Name's going to win this game. He's got mutas, and then, oh, these roaches are a terrible
Nexlux is
idea.
gonna win.
Yeah,
And then they were a great idea.
I know. I mean, I don't know how to play StarCraft, obviously.
Well, I mean, does anyone look at this game? I mean, I guess Nexlux does have 6 supply, so he is going to tap out now.
GG.
But that game was so crazy. I think the only change I would have made as Nexlux is, I guess I just would have added Burrow and Tunneling Claws just to help with that harassment. Because that was working out so well, and then like it kind of tanked a bit in the middle, where you just ran the mutas across through all these, ran the roaches across through all the mutas, and that was just something in the middle that I noted. But what? There's Ultralisk here with 33 kills. Like,
yeah, I know that time you're talking about too. It looked like Nexlux was like sacrificing his roaches because he wanted to switch into something else, but then he just remaxed on roaches. Sid needs a cigarette. Well, we got to finish this series, man. Hopefully, for your sake, we don't have 40 more or 2 more 40-minute games.